Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Game of Thrones. This one's going to be doing another video for the Game of Thrones universe. We're going to be discussing a brand new announcement that it sounds like Game of Thrones will have another spinoff focused on the Targaryens coming soon. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another video today. This one's going to be doing another video for Game of Thrones universe. This one's going to be doing another video. This one is going to be going over the brand new information that there is another Game of Thrones Targaryen spin-off series in the works. So, Alright, so I know some people wanted to get my thoughts on this one. I know this video is a little bit late. This information released last week, so I am a little bit late to the party on this one. And there's a very good reason for that, because I wasn't really sure how I was going to voice my opinions on this in an actual video. And I feel like I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one. But when I saw this news last week, when I saw this announcement, I kind of just sat there and I said, why? You know, and I want to know if I'm the only one that thinks that, or if there's other people that think that. Game of Thrones season 1 to 8 was, obviously a huge run, huge success, and everything like that. Yes, some people say that the final few seasons weren't that great. I agree. Season 7, season 8, they definitely suffered a lot, and they definitely went down kind of like a ship. Now, House of the Dragon, in my opinion, has been a really great spinoff. I know not everybody likes it. I like it. I think it's really good. I think it's a really enjoyable show. Do I think it's the quality of the main show? No. Are they trying to be the quality of the main show? No, I don't think that's what they're trying to do. I think House of the Dragon has done a relatively good job, And I think, besides the fact that I feel like they skip a lot of time, overly sometimes, House of the Dragon's a really good show with a lot of really compelling characters and a lot of really good stuff. Now that being said, now there is rumors about a Jon Snow spinoff, and it's a sequel to the end of the original Game of Thrones, which I'm down for. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be a fun adventure. Do I think that, they're milking the franchise a little bit? They're milking the brand? Yes. But again, a Jon Snow spinoff, maybe, co-led by Tormund's actor as well, too. That'd be fantastic. I would absolutely watch that. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and you could do a lot of really cool winter environments. You can do a really, fun show. Maybe, I don't know, 3-4 seasons, do some kind of fun like that. I think that'd be cool. Absolutely. Now, here is, I would say, when my problems come in. This show being announced, this is another Targaryen spinoff. We already have a Targaryen spinoff. It's called House of the fucking Dragon, people. So, here's when I'm going to start saying some shit that people are probably going to disagree with, and that's fine. But, Game of Thrones is a really cool show. Despite how I feel about the ending, it's a really cool show. House of the Dragon's a really cool spinoff. We don't need to milk this out, and I feel like that's what they're starting to do, because, why do we need 2 Targaryen shows? House of the Dragon's a good example of how you do one. Just do that one, You're supposed to do, 3 to 4 seasons of that show anyway? Just go ahead and do that, I'm getting a little bit drained on Game of Thrones. I'm not gonna lie. And maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my issue. But I'm feeling a little bit drained. They're sitting here talking about how, we may have, 5 to 6 new Game of Thrones shows over the next decade. Why do we need that? Seriously, why do we need that? And again, I know a lot of people love Game of Thrones, so I'm not here to hate on you. If you like Game of Thrones and you say, hey, I want 10 spinoffs, then, hey, get 10 spinoffs. But this is a problem with modern day entertainment, and it's not even just Game of Thrones. It's a problem with everything. It's a problem with Marvel. It's a problem with, Marvel, I'm kind of used to it, but it's a problem with The Walking Dead. It's a problem with, Stranger Things. Stranger Things says they're going to do multiple spinoffs when the main show ends too, My issue is that I feel like most shows that are good these days, most shows that have success, they milk it to death just for money, right? Which again, that's fine. I mean, you got to make money somehow, but for the story and for the idea and it does affect the brand, because eventually people are going to get kind of drained, The Walking Dead has done many, spinoffs, and a lot of people are feeling, drained on The Walking Dead. Some spinoffs that are bad, some spinoffs that are good, Same thing with, Marvel, these days. Marvel, I mean, they have great things, they have great shows, but at the same time, they have bad things, they have bad, and everybody's going to have their good and bad things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm more so saying is that a lot of franchises these days are milking it. A lot of franchises these days are overdoing it. When I hear about this show right here, when I hear about another Targaryen spinoff, my immediate thought is, we have that already. What are you doing? Like, and I've heard some theories, like people say, oh, maybe it's going to be a spinoff about, Jaime Lannister killing the Mad King, which wouldn't make any sense because it's a Targaryen spinoff. But I get what I get what people are saying, So, I don't know. To me, it's really one of those scenarios where I'm just kind of sitting there and I'm like, we'll see, I'll try it when the show comes out, but I got to admit, I definitely am not exactly down for 6 different spinoffs for Game of Thrones. It really feels like Game of Thrones franchise in particular is just kind of trying things and seeing if it sticks or not. They're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing where it sticks. I mean, that's Game of Thrones in a nutshell for you, in my opinion, right now. And again, House of the Dragon's an example of how you do a really good spinoff, but I just don't feel like Game of Thrones has enough of a pull to do 6 different shows, which they've said countless times they want to do something like that, which I'm like, nah. That is way too much. I mean, that is way too much. So, I don't know. Overall thoughts on this, I don't really care. Admittedly, I don't care. That's why I waited, about a week to do this video, is to kind of gather my thoughts. And that's kind of my issue with it, is that I just don't feel like we need this. I don't feel like we need another spinoff. I really don't. I think House of the Dragon's fine. Again, the only other spinoff that I'd be down for is a, Jon Snow, spinoff series, a sequel series. Sure, you could call it maybe a Game of Thrones season 9, and it can be kind of corny in that way, but I don't know, at least it's a story that I'd be somewhat interested in, Another Targaryen spinoff when we already have House of the Dragon, I don't think that that's necessary. I don't think that's a necessary plot. I don't think that's a necessary spinoff to do countless seasons for. Maybe that's just me. Again, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments down below. It's all up to interpretation. But yeah, thank you all for watching. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos for The Walking Dead. Make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos for Game of Thrones. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Game of Thrones universe. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.